Special court to deal with human trafficking cases soon. Cold spell in Malaysia expected to end on Monday. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Adrian Seat. The prosecution and trial process of backlogged human trafficking cases will soon be resolved with the setting up of a special court this year. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the establishment of the special court is vital to prove the government's seriousness in hearing human trafficking cases committed by individuals or agents locally and abroad.
Soal pemerdagangan manusia ini merupakan satu isu yang lama. Dan oleh kerana kes-kes yang sedemikian dibicarakan di mahkamah sivil yang pelbagai dengan hakim-hakim yang mempunyai latar belakang kepelbagaian, maka KDN telah mencadangkan supaya mahkamah khas ini mempunyai seorang hakim yang didedikasikan kepada soal pemerdagangan manusia.
Speaking to reporters after opening the Multaka Permuafakatan program in Bagadato Perak today, Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said the government's efforts to form the special court had also put Malaysia's name on the international platform as a country bent on solving the issue of human trafficking. Chief Justice Tun Muhammad Raus Sharif yesterday announced that the special court will be set up in May or June this year in Klang, Ipoh, Malacca, Muar, Kota Kinabalu and Balik Pulau. The Malaysian Meteorological Department has issued a bad weather alert following predictions of heavy rainfall in several locations in Peninsular Malaysia today. In a statement issued by its Director General, Alwi Bahari, the downpour is forecasted in the districts of Segamat, Mersing and Kota Tinggi in Johor, as well as Rompin, Pekan and Kuantan in Pahang. The bad weather alert will continue until midnight. Meanwhile, most states in the peninsula are experiencing lower temperatures due to the continuous rainfall and the cold northeastern monsoon wind. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Meteorological Department, or Met Malaysia, denies reports on social media that the country is experiencing its coldest temperature following continuous downpour in Peninsular Malaysia, caused by the changing monsoon winds from the Philippines. According to Met Malaysia Director General Alwi Bahari, temperatures in the districts of Mersing in Johor and Kuala Pilah in Negeri Sembilan dipped to its lowest today at 21 degrees Celsius. Other parts of the peninsula recorded a temperature of mostly 22 degrees Celsius in the morning.
Pada hari semalam, suhu yang direkodkan dalam lingkungan 22 hingga 27 darjah Celsius. Ini berikutan daripada berlakunya luruan monsun dan keadaan mendung berpanjangan serta hujan yang berlaku di negara kita.
However, he added that the country's cold spell is expected to end on Monday when temperatures are forecasted to return to normal at 33 degrees Celsius. For the latest update on the weather, the public may go to Met Malaysia website or contact the department at 1300 22 1638. They can also download the My Cuaca app onto their mobile phones. A Muslim Unity Convention entitled Convention Kebangkitan Ummah was held for the first time today to increase awareness on the importance of unity amongst Muslims for the country's stability in line with the requirements and objectives of the Sharia. Gerakan Pembela Ummah Secretariat Chairman Aminuddin Yahya said the convention is held to lobby and reinforce the position of Islam and Muslims in the country. Aminuddin said that the convention will discuss 7 main topics, which are law and Sharia, education, preaching, economy, social, Malay land reserve and rights, and youths. The topics will be presented by experts in the respective fields.
Jadi semua ini merupakan satu pengumpulan hasil daripada research yang mereka buat dan pengalaman mereka lalui sendiri. Contohnya pencapaian pendidikan, kita panggil timbalan pengarah pendidikan Malaysia dulu, untuk membicarakan tentang bagaimana keadaan pendidikan kita hari ini yang ketandusan dari segi elemen-elemen Islamisasi yang menyebabkan akhirnya lahirlah isu-isu sosial dan sebagainya.
A resolution will be drafted at the end of the convention and subsequently submitted to the government and all political leaders. Aminuddin said this after delivering a welcome speech at the convention in Kuala Lumpur. Another medical centre will be built in Malacca at a cost of 150 million ringgit after the project was recently given the go-ahead by the federal government. Chief Minister Datuk Sri Idris Harun said the medical centre will be built on a 6.5-hectare land in Alor Gajah.
Dan ini adalah bertujuan untuk melatih dan juga menyediakan tenaga-tenaga mahir dan profesional di dalam bidang kesihatan di Malaysia ini. Jadi saya selaku Kerajaan Negeri Melaka mengucapkan setinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada Kerajaan Pusat yang menyediakan peruntukan bagi pembinaan pusat kesihatan Malaysia itu. Ini selaras juga dengan hasrat Melaka untuk membina sebuah pusat kesihatan berkonsepkan mini IJN.
Datuk Sri Idris told this to reporters after officiating the launch of Carnival Rakyat Jom Sihat Satu Malaysia at the Malacca Urban Transformation Centre. The two-day carnival, which kick-started today, will be held from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. The flood situation worsened in Pahang today, with the number of evacuees rising to 1,526 at 4 p.m. compared to 1,452 earlier at noon, with Pekan recording the highest number with 1,223. The evacuees were housed in 15 flood relief shelters in 3 flood-affected districts of Pekan, Rompin and Raub. Now in Pekan, Sekolah Sinar Mutiara, Sungai Miang housed the most evacuees with 375 people, followed by SK Permatang Keledang with 322 people. In Rompin, the number of evacuees rose to 284 people at 4 p.m. from 265 this afternoon. The Kampung Setajam Relief Shelter is housing 119 evacuees, while in Raub, 9 people are being housed in one relief shelter in Masjid Jame, Kuala Semantan. The Road Transport Department, or RTD, has warned driving schools not to raise their charges for car and motorcycle licenses above the ceiling rate set by the government. The RTD's Deputy Director General for Operations, Datuk Wan Ahmad Uzair Wan Sulaiman, said the department is constantly monitoring these schools to ensure they comply with the order.
Dia kata saya tak boleh nak ambil anak saya, boleh tak? Sekolah memandu pergi ke rumah ambil anak saya. Itu dia cas lain. Itu kadang-kadang lebih. Kenapa? Dia cas cas anak saya pun saya tak ada masa nak hantar. Jadi saya bayarlah harga minyak dia. Itu yang jadi lebih. Tapi harga dia orang tak boleh lagi pada harga ceiling kita. Kalau lebih dia kena bagi tahu kat kita kenapa dia lebih. Kat mana dia lebih. Sebab apa?
The RTD has set a ceiling rate of 350 ringgit for B2 motorcycle licenses and 1,150 ringgit for Class D for car licenses. The Federal Territories Ministry will be holding a meeting with the Chief Secretary to the Government, Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah, regarding problems faced by residents of people's housing projects. Its Minister, Datuk Sri Tengku Anand Tengku Mansor, said the meeting would cover problems related to the buildings and maintenance issues faced by residents of Projek Perumahan Rakyat Satu Malaysia, or PRIMA, Perumahan Penjawat Awam Satu Malaysia, or PPA Satu Malaysia, and Rumah Mampu Milik Wilayah Persekutuan, or Rumah WIP housing schemes. According to Datuk Sri Tengku Adnan, amongst the problems were maintenance fees for halls, the rubbish removal facility, lifts and upkeep of surroundings. He said such matters must be viewed seriously, especially since these housing projects are still new. He added that the government understood the residents' grievances and wants to resolve them as soon as possible. Speaking to reporters after opening the inaugural annual general meeting of the Residents Association of PPA Satu Malaysia Palma, Precinct 11 Putrajaya today, Datuk Sri Tengku Adnan assured that the Barisan Nasional Government always puts the people's interests first. The Malaysian Maritime Enforcement Agency, or MMEA, has successfully crippled a smuggling syndicate from a neighbouring country with a seizure of 12 million sticks of cigarettes worth 1.86 million ringgit and a cargo boat in the waters off Tanjung Bidara in Malacca. 7 Indonesian nationals aged between 22 and 50 were also detained. MMEA Maritime 5 District Deputy Operations Director, Commander Azman Shamsuddin, said the boat was detected at around 11 p.m. yesterday at 6.2 nautical miles from Tanjung Bidara Beach. Upon inspection, they found 1,200 boxes containing 50 cartons of cigarettes covered in canvas sheets at the front of the boat. They also seized 2 other boats which had just completed transferring more boxes containing cigarettes meant for delivery to a location in Kuala Sepang in Selangor.
Jadi hasil pemeriksaan ke atas bot tersebut iaitu Rezeki Mulia 1 dan mempunyai seorang tekong bersama awak-awak kesemuanya warga negara Indonesia seramai 7 orang dan mendapati telah membawa muatan disyaki sejumlah besar rokok putih pelbagai jenis yang cuba diseruduk masuk ke Malaysia secara tidak sah. Kesemua mereka telah ditahan dan dibawa balik ke JDT Kuala Ringgi.
Another 4 men have been remanded at a Seremban court for 7 days beginning today in connection with the theft of a drop fibre cable belonging to Telekom Malaysia Berhad or TM. Now, the remand order applied by Negeri Sembilan Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MACC prosecuting officer Muhammad Khairi Abdul Karim was issued by Special Remand Court Assistant Registrar Amy Suryana Ahmad. MACC arrested the 4 suspects for their alleged roles in selling the cables to a syndicate. It is learned that 3 of the suspects were TM installation technicians and the other was a lab assistant at a school who was also a part-time installation technician for TM. The 4 suspects, aged between 23 and 32, were arrested in Johor last night before being taken to the MACC office in Negeri Sembilan. MACC said the investigation is ongoing and it is in the midst of identifying several more suspects. On Wednesday, MACC arrested 12 people, including a TM technical officer, over alleged graft and abuse of power between 2016 and March of last year. The thefts saw the company losing between 4 to 6 million ringgit within that period. A senior citizen was duped into handing over her jewellery worth 15,000 ringgit to 2 men who pretended to be pious. In the 10:45 a.m. incident, Hasnah Draman, 63, lost 2 rings, a chain, bangles and a golden locket at the weekly market in Gomusang, Kelantan yesterday. Hasnah, who had just finished her shopping, was waiting for her cousin when she was approached by the 2 men. Now, the men, who spoke in an Indonesian dialect, offered Hasnah a type of medicine, allegedly from Mecca, that could cure various diseases. They managed to convince Hasnah to put her jewellery into an envelope and told her not to open it for a certain period of time. Later, upon opening the envelope, she only found 2 ringgit and 20 cents inside. Meanwhile, Gomusang OCPD Superintendent Muhammad Taufik Maidin confirmed that the report had been lodged and the police are investigating the matter. And coming up, Bagan Dato Products is now known as Bagan Dato Ori. Stay with us, that story in a moment. Thanks for staying with us. A Memorandum of Understanding or MOU for the two-way rapid transit system or RTS project between Johor Bahru in Malaysia and Woodlands in Singapore will be signed by leaders of both countries on January the 16th. Transport Minister Dato Sri Liao Tiong Lai, in announcing this, also said the project is expected to be completed in year 2024.
Kita berharap MOU yang kita tandatangani akan mempercepatkan pembinaan RTS daripada Woodland ke Bukit Jaga dan ini akan memberi perkhidmatan yang cukup baik kepada rakyat negara kita. So perkhidmatan kereta api ini akan meningkatkan ekonomi negara kita.
Meanwhile, Dato' Sri Liao said Kereta Api Tanah Melayu Berhad or KTMB will introduce 9 business class coaches for its electric train service or ETS from Kuala Lumpur to Padang Besar in an effort to improve its services. He added that the coaches will arrive in stages beginning September of this year. Dato' Sri Liao said this after a ceremony where 38 KTMB staff received the Pride of Workmanship Award from the Rotary Clubs in Malaysia held in Kuala Lumpur. In a bid to introduce and popularize products manufactured in Bangadato Perak, all products from the district will be using its own branding, Bangadato Ori. To that end, Deputy Prime Minister Dato' Sri Dr. Ahmad Zaid Hamidi said a special retail space will soon be set up to promote and sell Bangadato Ori products.
Semua produk ini saya telah luluskan. Brandingnya mesti taruh atas kali produknya Bangadato Ori. Supaya para pelancong bukan hanya yang datang daripada negeri Sarawak tetapi dari luar akan tahu bahawa ini adalah produk Bangadato Ori.
The Deputy Premier said this in his speech while visiting QL Foods Sdn Berhad in Hutan Melintang in Bangadato today. Now, the opening of Bank of China Malaysia Berhad's 8th branch in Malacca proves foreign investors' confidence towards the state's economy. Malacca Chief Minister Dato' Sri Idris Harun hopes with the opening of the bank, foreign investors, especially from China, will be more confident to invest in the state, either in the tourism industry or any other related industries. Dato' Sri Idris said that China's investments value in ASEAN is estimated to exceed 500 billion ringgit by year 2030 through various projects, particularly the Malacca Gateway, which is currently being developed.
Saya yakin dan percaya pembukaan cawangan ini adalah kerana untuk melihat ataupun mengintai peluang yang ada di Malacca apabila kemajuan-kemajuan yang dilakukan di Malacca di kawasan pantai ini mempunyai semangat kerjasama dengan rakan-rakan ataupun partners daripada negara China.
Commenting further, Dato' Sri Idris reminded the people not to regard the opening of the bank as well as investments brought from China as a form of colonization, but instead to look at the economic progress it may bring between the two countries. Johor Darul Ta'zim Football Club or JDT has unveiled new team jerseys for the 2018 season after entering into a cooperation with Nike Malaysia. The launch was officiated by JDT FC President Tunku Tun Aminah Sultan Ibrahim at Dataran Bandaraya Johor Bahru, witnessed by thousands of JDT supporters. The cooperation encompassed 4 teams under JDT FC, namely JDT 1 for the Super League, JDT 2 for the Premier League, JDT 3 for the President's Cup and JDT 4 for the Youth Cup. Every team will be sponsored a complete kit. The Southern Tigers will retain the blue jersey as their home kit, while red will be their away kit with light blue as their third kit. JDT fans present at the launch took the opportunity to purchase the new jerseys, which went on sale right after the launch. This evening's news on to. In our top story, temperatures to return to normal as cold spell expected to end on Monday. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for more updates. Until then, I'm Adrian Seed. Good night.